I have been spending a serious amount of time thinking about what I could do about this whole warden situation, and for the most part, in terms of this modded stuff, I really couldn't think of much. Maybe it's because I just don't know too much about all this, like, modded items and things like that. I will try to figure out some modded things as to what I could do to reinforce Solo City. Maybe with more weaponry or with more planes or something like that, but I think, considering my history, there's only really one way I could take this whole warden situation. Going pretty vanilla. So because wardens are really attracted to sound, what I'm going to be doing is making tons and tons of sound machines all across Solo City, as well as that around them, creating big holes they could actually drop inside of, which then I could later on go back in and actually finish them off. And that's just one of my big plans, and that's because... Okay, these are new messages. I gave some more reinforcements after they mysteriously died. Yeah. Wonder where they went, huh? I can help you in this war. Why don't we have a chat? CD. Who's CD? Crown Diamond. Why didn't I think of that? Of course. Well, I'm more than willing to have a chat, Diamond. I'm more than willing to have a chat. But first things first, let's roll up my sleeves and begin Operation Vanilla. So I think a lot of these trenches are going to be surrounding the outside of the wall I was building. Which, by the way, another defense system. Build up more of that wall. It's been left unfinished for who knows how long at this point, but yeah, I think like we're gonna have at least a few trenches just to catch some of the wardens on the outside, which obviously isn't gonna be the sole reason we're gonna stop all these wardens, but it is gonna be like a big reason because if I'm honest, wardens have a lower IQ than the me I found stranded at that one island. And yeah, I was building a river around this too, which I still kind of want to do at some points, but I think like what we could do is use our, I guess, trenches we were planning on doing just to mark out where that's going to be. And I guess because war is coming and that is a little bit more important than pretty little rivers around the place, we might just worry about the trenches rather than the rivers. All right, first quarter done. 80% smart enough for anyone with an elytra or anyone who comes over the bridge that way should have no problem, but any wardens who happen to come across here should have at least some minor issues. And those minor issues are definitely going to be continuing on this side now. Alright, this side's a little bit more shaky than the first side, but still we managed to get it done. But this side is going to be a whole lot more shaky now, considering the fact that we have this entire river we're going to have to deal with. And I think even the side all the way over there, so how do we deal with this? Well, if we can't dig, we're going to have to build. Gotta get my wall building materials, and yep. Reinforcements have come back. Sorry, gents, for what I did last time. I promise I'm on your side. I'm definitely on your side. There are so many of them. And I'm fortunate to be on your side, because if I wasn't, I'd probably be dead about 1,000 times over. Man, this is gonna be such a ridiculous amount of walling I'm gonna have to do today. I mean, I've done this tiny sliver on one side, and I have this entire side I have to do, and then an entire another side I'm gonna have to do. Maybe we should just focus in on the stone part of the wall, and then we can focus in on details for the wall. That's probably the most efficient way of doing it, because otherwise, like, this wall is gonna take, like, several days and probably even weeks to finish, considering my pace at least. And a few hours of stone placing later, and we almost have the entirety of the stone place down. Would have gotten this done way quicker if I had a silk touch pickaxe, but because I don't, I've been having to smelt all this cobble into stone. And on its own, I think we'd be safe enough, but again, I'm particular when it comes to at least small bits of detail around here. Oh no. I just realized I'm gonna need so much more stone for these stairs and all this other stuff. This is gonna be such a long building project. Considering the tools I have, it's gonna be such a long building project. All because I just don't have any silk touch right now. But after a lot more complaining later, I mean, what are the odds that Chrome Diamond and Diamond Blaze don't know each other? I mean, they both have Diamond in their name, so they must have at least heard about each other. Well, whether they have or not, I've used all the amethysts I had. And again, we aren't done. We still have a lot more we're gonna have to do, but at least, like, the stone part of the wall is pretty much there and pretty much is protecting us. And speaking of Crown Diamond, let's go actually meet up with him and just see what he wanted to chat about. And answer the question as to whether or not he knows about any other diamonds. I notice you have plenty of soldiers and guards around the place too, like me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just hired them off of eBay for like $7.
I got mine off of Amazon. For twice that much, like.
I'll hook you up with the good deals. Don't worry, I have some stuff prepared. Yep, I see ya.
Hello.
Hello there.
Just passing by.
You're here for this meeting, I assume?
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry for running you over, you know.
It's okay. I've built up a tolerance to it.
Have you heard about this whole warden thing that's been building up a lot more?
Yes, I actually have. So, while I was situating my allies with Gear Pack, I came over to your house, and I noticed this guard who was just chilling around, and he told me that there was a big flock of wardens coming by. I left a few notes, and then I gave my Gear Pack, which I can see that you're wearing now. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. It fits me very well. I love the solo boots and everything like that.
So, I've noticed you got a big flock of wardens coming by, so I'd imagine you need supplies to fight them off.
I wouldn't be against that. I definitely, any support you're willing to give, I'm more than willing to use.
What have you been doing as of late, Chris?
You know, the important stuff, building up walls, like securing my fortifications, trying to get like some of this modded stuff and ammunition built up, and my AI robot is somehow up here now.
Well, actually, I do have a couple things for you. So, you were building, the first time I came over here, you were building a wall, correct?
Mm-hmm. The most vanilla wall possible.
Mm-hmm. It's not, doesn't need to be like all complex and stuff. All it needs to do is just make sure mobs can't get in, and this seems to be doing that pretty well, actually. Pretty nice design too. I'm glad I got the materials right for this, because I actually went around and gathered a couple things, so you can just grab those if you'd like. They're just for construction purposes.
Yo! This is just what I've been looking for. All my complaints have been solved.
I've been mining a bunch of andesite lately, because I thought I would need more. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have a big castle hotel thing in Cristelia that I thought I would need a lot more stone bricks for. So I just have a bunch of excess stone lying around. And the polished andesite I was going to use for another build, but I realized, hey, I could just give it to you. So here we are.
I will be more than willing to put all that stone stuff to good use. I very much appreciate it. Also, I know this is sort of a one-sided conversation, you helping me out, but in the case I am a bit cornered, and in the case that more wardens come here than I expect, would you maybe be willing to be on standby for some backup, just in case? I'm not saying we're gonna get to that, yes, but just in case.
Hopefully not, given the massive amount of things I've given you. However, Chris, remember that one beacon that I gave you a little bit ago?
Yeah.
This is one of my emerald stashes.
Whoa.
Not too much, but... And I was thinking, like, near the center of town or by your house, you could put this down just for some resistance and some regen and some other stuff, just to help fight off the wardens, you know?
I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Having 6 beacons after doing pretty much nothing to get them, it feels a little, again, a little one-sided, so we can consider this maybe like, I don't know, you loaning me the beacons or something, because I don't feel like I'm in a position where I can, you know, fully own 6 beacons all at once in a world like this.
Just as a little gift here, I've prepared some plain materials and stuff in case you need to go. Napalm TNT, don't use that, like, normally in your city, because that will, like, set stuff on fire and blow it all up.
Again, this feels like such a one-sided thing. I should have brought you something.
Don't worry about it, man. You're the one who gave me this trident, so... After all, I mean, this trident has helped me gather all those supplies, so it is my way of thanking you.
That is true. That is true. How does one okay, stupid question. How does one use a plane? How does one fly a plane?
I'll teach you, so don't worry. Basically, all you need is the plane itself, fuel, and a plane key. Let's find a good open area to, you can pick up that shulker. Let's find a big open area to put a plane down. This actually seems good. There's a little runway because it's a road.
Oh,
there you go. Oh. Yep. Oh, you got it. You got it.
Did I mention I didn't even have my driver's license?
Yeah, but, I mean...
There's no one
you can't really crash into stuff in the air.
There's no one I could crash into, right?
That's true.
Who built this big building in the way? That's the problem.
Presently, you can drink the plane fuel too, and for some reason it gives you I think, every potion effect in the game apart from like 2.
Really?
So, I mean, if you want how did we get here, then just chug away.
You know, I love this plane. This is almost better than Elytra's.
Yep. The thing is, you don't need rockets for it, you just need fuel, and it's a lot less work, it's a lot less effort to fly around.
How do I pick it up?
So, that's actually a different story. So, you just have to land it, and then you have to break it, which will turn it into a broken plane. But you can go into a plane crafting table and craft it with 2 repair packs in order to bring it back to full health and make it placeable again. This is the aviation crafting table,
This
if
one?
I'm correct.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh yeah, pull up. You can also come to my airport if you'd like to come see it. For the said plane. You can.
Well, I have
repair it.
six of these. Do I need all 6 of them?
You just need 2.
Or no, 6 ambitious extended gold biplane remains.
We have 6 of those remains.
Yes, after breaking like one plane.
Chris, you just duplicated 6 of them. I don't even know how you did that.
Officer,
Can
I
I
swear
see
it
it?
wasn't
Well-
me. Officer, I swear.
No,
it
it's
wasn't me.
okay. I know I keep giving you stuff, but this is gonna be the pack that helps you out the most in the war. It's basically just a lot of stuff to spawn iron golems and villagers, and then
Ooh.
some more bullets, and then a totem in the middle. Which totems are actually not too hard to get.
I am surprised at how well you're suited up in a world like this.
Yeah, it's not too much of a problem. I've actually spent most of my time amassing a lot of gunpowder and gas tiers to make SAR TNT, which is the big boom TNT. That's the one that I give you that said it destroys cities. But that will like make huge craters in the ground. This block, don't place it down because it will just make a massive city. But what it does is it just makes a flat plane and spawns a bunch of different buildings in that are all abandoned. So, if I'm correct, you also had a couple questions for me, as you've said.
Oh, yes. Really quick before we head off, I gotta know. Okay, so your name is Crown Diamond, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how in some cultures, like say their last name is the first name or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you part of like some sort of like diamond civilization culture thing? Where all diamonds just hang out, chill together?
I actually, if I'm being honest, I do not know. My like earliest memory is coming out of the earth from like the rocks over at my cave house. I've been experimenting around with the loom and the banners and all that stuff. You can see I made a Crown Diamond banner for Castilia.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I like it. It suits you well. Almost as well as that netherite suits you. Comes in
Good
also a
thing to
very
have.
hot spot, the nether. You know what else comes in the nether? Blazes.
You need blaze rods? That what you're hitting at here?
No, I'm just making conversation, just wondering, just breaking, shattering the glass between us. Knowing
Expect
a
an
little bit more.
orange show full of blaze powder the next time you log on.
Make sure it's diamond blaze powder, okay?
Alright.
I feel both ready and not ready at the same time. I mean, everything I just got is definitely going to be helping me out a lot, but still, it is me that's going to be dealing with who knows how many wardens at this point. But I am going to be as prepared as I physically can before that happens, get the wall built up as much as possible, and hopefully be okay. I'm hoping upon hoping that that'll be fine. That'll be fine. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all. Excuse me. I'll see you. I'll see you all later.